mama taught you better. You about to get a whoop.
I ain't no pussy ass nigga, dig what I'm saying? I'm a rapper, but I'm still a gorilla, dig what I'm saying? I whip you like the Thriller Manila, dig what I'm saying? Every toe in these Balenci's got blisters, dig what I'm saying? Come on.
Ballin' and still got sticks, how I'm playing. Yo bitch a free, eat dick with both hands. These diamonds fresh about the water, they got baptized. Yo bitch give me laptop, I give her hard drive. Who you know a billboard, TikTok, and don't have a TikTok. All my young niggas ballin', they can't hit a gym shot, yeah. Don't like my beat, see a friend flip-flop, yeah. I'm punching tickets.
Man, once again, we back with the Turfn Talks podcast. This is one of my favorite days of the week, literally, when we hit Sundays and we can get somebody on. We've been having a lot of OGs, except, you know, we had Hector, but we know we could not get you in here. Because besides Hector, right, the next most popping, I can't even say youngster, but I gotta say out of the newer generation, right, gotta be Skeeter, right? We got Skeeter on the line, man. So this is gonna be a good one because if you all watch the past interviews, I think Hector mentioned them. I think we talked about when y'all went out to overseas. Was y'all in Paris or whatever?
Yes, Paris.
We briefly
beautiful.
touched on that, but let me go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody, bro. Who are you?
Name is Jarrell. I go by Skeeter. I am a dancer from San Francisco. I was raised in the Fillmore area. Also did a little bit of spent a little bit of time in my life in Antioch. I'm 29 now. I got 2 baby boys and a beautiful family.
Right. So we always start with the history of people. So tell me, bro, what is we're not even gonna just start with turf dance. What is your first experience with dance in general? What made you want to dance, and what age did you start dancing?
My mom will always tell me, I was like, I don't know if this was the cliche answer, but it was you was dancing before you was walking answer. So I got told that I was dancing before I was walking, and then I started to get older. My mom, we was around the Hunters Point area, and she had take me around to people that she knew in the area. I was always dancing as a kid. It started off with the Harlem Shake and the Crip Walk, and they had thrown me $20 because I kept doing the Harlem Shake and the Crip Walk. And then it went from those 2 dances to dancing. Who was it first? Michael Jackson, then it was Usher, then Omarion, then Chris Brown, and then it was I was tired of doing the mainstream dances, and then that's why I kind of came across Turfn. But that was it was weird how that happened because I stayed with my great grandmother, and she was fairly old, so it got to the point where me and my cousin were traveling around the city by ourselves. And we had this barbershop, the Barber College, that was downtown. And that's where we used to go to get our haircuts. She had sent us by herself. And one day I came across the street show down on Powell. And that's how I fell in love with Turfn specifically.
So give me a year. What year is that?
Do you remember, hold on, do you remember who was performing, your first introduction? And what year that was?
I think it was Tro and them. I mean, I don't remember specifically. I just know it was a group of dancers out there. I was heavily a fan of Tro, but the year I would say I'm 29 now. I was 12, 13. 12, 13. Yeah, so yeah, I was fairly young. Still 6th grade, 7th grade.
So describe that street show. Can you describe that first moment? Who did you see? What they were doing?
I really couldn't stay too much down there. I had an overbearing cousin who was like a mom in a sense. So it was if I tried to stray away from whatever the plan was, so we going to get our haircut. We was allowed to leave the gates of Prince Hall so I could go get my haircut. If I tried to stray and go anywhere else and do anything for longer than what was expected, a glance, then I got in trouble. So for the most part, it was really just seeing the surrounding. I didn't really get to watch too much of the street show, but I seen the surroundings, I seen what was going on. And people would tell me it's Turfn, they Turfn right there at the thing. And so from there, it just went from like seeing the circle and seeing what was going on and how it had people surrounding and gathering it to watch it on YouTube.
What was your first well, not first, obviously that's your first experience, but what was your first experience where you were actually at the event, either dancing or in the crowd, and what was the feeling like? Because everybody has a different story about how Turfn
Like my
made them
first
feel.
battle?
Yeah, that origin story, basically. Huh?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, my first like real turf battle happened against Velo. And
Really?
yeah,
Wait,
it happened.
Wait, what level Velo? Velo like he is now? Or was it like up and coming
This
Velo?
was we was still in high school. I was in high school.
Okay.
I lived in Antioch and
Ooh,
I
I
was
gotta
like
hear
going to
this.
house parties. I was going to house parties, and this was at the time when he was really doing all IW moves. Like the belly spin where he'll like do the Nami over and over again and then do the belly spin around and around. He like pulled that out on me in the house party.
So was he known? How known was Velo at this time when you battled him? Was it like was he
At
like
this time, I don't think Velo was like super known in the community. I was
Mhm.
still a fan of it, and I think this was like right before I got introduced to like Zell and all of them popping out, like that era of like Zell, Lavish, and all of them. I was still watching, like G and Retro, and then in high school, I'm watching like G, Retro, The Fiends, San Francisco Turf Dancers, and then what was this? I don't know. It definitely was a time.
Luce, you know what I'm thinking, right? You know what I'm about to ask right now. Okay, we still on this battle. We ain't about to leave. We on you.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, who won, bro?
He won. I was extremely new. He definitely knew what he was doing when it came to dance. Like I feel like he was already around dummy, but he wasn't out there.
Okay.
So yeah, that'd be that'd be cool to hear his origin story too. It's a lot of people when we go to a battle. It's so many people that we see, and they end up finding their way to turf dancing differently, or even being in the community, the turfing community. So with that said, so how long after that battle with Velo did you get on with BA, and how did that happen? What's the story behind
That was
that?
still some years. I was still living in Antioch when the Battle of Velo happened. I was pretty much above the age of 18. Like I was out of high school by the time the whole BA introduction happened. To be honest, I was on Unknown first.
I didn't know that.
I started up me and Moo, me and Karma came across each other randomly, seeing each other on the bus because we both from the city. He seen me dancing, I seen him dancing, so we ended up kicking it and laughing like that. But when it comes to putting myself out there for real, that was my first like real battle was at Hippie Hill when they invited the New York dancers to Hippie Hill and I battled K Classic.
So how long after Velo? Let's do a train line,
That
right?
was
If you can remember, you did Velo first, right? When
Velo
Velo and
was
Hippie Hill, who was between Velo and Hippie Hill? Like, who did you battle to even get to that coming out party?
nobody. To be honest, so the Antioch stuff happened. I was still in high school. I got out of high school. Me and Karma got cool. We met Dopey. Was dancing with Dopey for a minute, but like stopped being a part of Unknown because he wasn't really the leader yet. But this was I'm talking like at least I would say almost a 7-8 year gap.
Oh, so it was a minute then. Okay. So you was who started Unknown then?
Dopey was already doing Unknown before I came in. Like I was a fan of the dance before
Right.
when me and Moo came in, we was pretty much dancing by ourselves. And then I think me and Moo had like a connection with Miko or something. I don't remember how we came across Dopey, but we ended up coming across Dopey. And like I said, Dopey was like at right now, he's able to like call shots and like stand behind him, right? Back when me and Moo first hopped on, he was still like looking to McFly and them to answer and see who the new people that should be on the team and all that.
Okay.
So it wasn't really we wasn't really getting the reciprocation. Like as the new dudes, we hit the ground and we was running. I think me and Moo was like the only people that came out like at that time.
So around that time, McFly and all of them wasn't even like really in the picture like that?
McFly and them wasn't even then. That was after McFly and G battle.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know the time you're talking about then.
Yeah.
So McFly was already like kind of stepping out a little bit, right? Yeah.
I don't think McFly has had a battle actively since I've been on the team.
Right.
Like that I could say
shout
I
out to
pulled up.
McFly, man. McFly.
He was just at the lab on Friday.
McFly is a beast. And he's a beast B-boy, people. McFly is one of them ones, though. Shout out to McFly, since we on the topic.
I have one of my favorite battles against McFly. He a good dude.
Bro, he just pulled up Friday and it ain't went nowhere. He's still a monster, bro.
McFly is one of the first dudes I see at B-boy battles, straight up turf dance, and then do some B-boy shit. Like purposely and religiously go in and out of that shit. In and out. Like effortlessly go in and out of that shit. It's wild.
Yes. I'm almost.
So with the yeah. So you guys you and Moo come across Dopey. And then you get on with Unknown.
Yes.
And then go ahead.
That was probably like a year span that me and Moo was like actively showing up to the practices, like trying to get on. I think they had a tournament. Unknown had a tournament at this spot in downtown SF that me and Moo had like got in, and I was the first one. I think Scorp was one of the judges, if I'm not mistaken. And he was saying like around that time, Dopey kept telling him about us. Yeah, he was saying that Dopey was telling him about us and how he seen a lot of promise in both of us.
That was the time I think we were trying to steal you and get you on the team. I had to just throw that out there. Animaniacs did try to get Skeeter, y'all. We did.
And the OGs though, I ain't gonna lie though, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Like out of the class that I was in, I was authentically looking to learn how to do the turf in like its rawest form.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and you can see that in your style, like still. Your style is so unique. And you can tell, like when you turf dance, you can tell one that you doing original turfing.
Yes.
Two, that you from the city.
Yeah.
Right? You can tell you from the city, like people who really know turfing, like where bro from?
Yeah.
You know, oh, he's from Frisco. Because it's your own like type of like boom, boom, boom. That snap to it, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a like a Looney Tune snap to it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so boom, you own Unknown, and then how did the transition from Unknown to BA come about?
In the span of us, so we was trying to rock with Dopey and them super tough, but we wasn't really getting reciprocation. Me and Moo were already dancing on Bark though. Like we started dancing on Bark. Crazy enough, a lot of people don't know this, but J-Tro and Shutdown was the first people to ever let me dance with them on the train.
Really?
J-Tro and Shutdown.
It shut down.
Shut down Baker that passed away from Florida.
Passed away. I said he's one that passed away. I remember him. Yeah. R.I.P. Shutdown.
Yes. R.I.P. Shutdown. But those are the first ones that was like rocking with me and gave me an opportunity to show with them. Even down on POW, like they let me do the show on POW, and then we went to Bart. So shout out to them for real.
And that wait, Shutdown is Tone?
No. Shutdown was a dancer from Florida that passed away.
Yeah.
But he was like heavily in breaks though. He was like known for his breaks, and I think he was in the jerking scene for a minute too.
Okay, I probably know what you're talking about.
But in the span of like us dancing on Bart, we would see Velo and other dancers dancing on Bart. Mainly Velo was the one who connected the loop for me and Moo to get into
Oh,
BA.
Velo. So we back to Velo.
That's tight. That's a clean.
That's a full circle. So how did
so we
that feel?
battled in high
How
school.
did that
We
feel?
battled.
Like coming back and it was Velo. And then I know he was raw at that point. Well, you like, nigga, I gotta get you there. Was it when you seen him?
That was. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my things. I really wasn't holding on too much to that battle that we did in high school because I didn't consider myself in a place to where I was like, you know what I'm saying, like super clean myself. I was kind of just learning myself. So you know what I'm saying? It was one of those stepping stones. But eventually it became like you are a mark for me because Dummy was a mark for me. But before I got to Dummy, I had to get to Velo.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That's how that went.
So who was like some of your, because like Sue said, you are like, when I say turf dancing, we say turf dancers now, all most of OGs, we point to you, bro. Like you the top. So how the hell, how did the hell, and Velo for sure. How did you stay a turf dancer, bro? And like, because a lot of the new people, they're kind of like super hybrids or they're dancers and who put turf dance moves in their style. Bro, who influenced you, your early turf dancing, and how did you just stay the course of a turf dancer, bro?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I just went through my own ugly stages. Like I had the love for it. I was willing to soak up information from like everybody that I admire. So Zeus was like one person when I was early into it. When it came to my snap, that was something that I didn't really put into my dance style. Like I understood the bounce and I understood the moves that I was supposed to do, but I didn't like get the idea of the snap and like the effort into it. Zeus was the one who put me onto that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Big Zeus put you onto the snap.
I started getting
Let's describe what's a
snap.
snap. Zeus, can you describe tell the people what the snap is, bro?
Yeah, so the snap is the way that you move to the beat, right? To the music, right? So you can be doing, let's say I'm doing a bounce. The snap would be boom, boom. It's quick hits, right?
Those quick
it's like a juke, right?
Yeah.
In football, how they
juke. It's a juke almost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the way I described it from how he told me was the sharpness and change of directions.
The sharpness to change the direction, right?
Yeah. And I mean, but Renee will tell you, all of them, they talk. You know what I'm saying?
That snap, bro. That snap and that flow is just because you gotta, when you dance, bro, you can tell that you're doing something different. That's why a lot of the OGs point to you and they be like, what's turf dancing? I can show you a video of somebody and they'll understand that must be turf dancing because it doesn't look like everything else, but it looks put together. You, Velo, but I'm trying to name the younger people.
I say him, Velo.
Just name the top ones right now. I always throw G in there, you know.
Yeah, G. That's G though.
G,
but I mean, he's still on the scene though. So
my cousin really active with it too, but he don't pop out. I don't know what his problem is, but the weed.
What made you stay the course though? So you turf dancing, we're just talking about your style now, right?
It was really
what made you not switch up, bro? Because you all right? No, this is what I actually let me rewind. You talked about the ugly phases, right? Let's talk about that. Suze, bro, you got to go through it. I had to go through it. Let's tell the people what the ugly phase mean, bro. What we mean by the ugly stages?
Oh man, hella funny, but my ugly stage is terrible, dog. So the way I used to dance hella fast, and I'll be dancing too fast, so I'm missing hella beats. Right? I'm just moving fast. So I'm doing this and doing that. They're like, bro, that's a little garbage, bro. You got to stop doing that, right? So the ugly, and then my ugly stage was moving fast, but then once they started to slow my style down, and I'm hitting beats and they teaching me to snap, then it comes with the creativity. So I remember we were at a studio. We was at the Federation studio with Nump,
Yeah.
And we was labbing, or just doing lightweight little labs. And Renee and Dad was telling me, your body is connected. Everything is like a string to another part of your body part, right? And they said, man, you can go in any direction, sideways, diagonal, reach back, anything, right? So once they put that in my head, and Corn and I would we would watch cartoons on mute, and we'd play music while we watch cartoons on mute. So it helped with our creativity and our animation, and just knowing that I can do this. And I don't have a real gun, but the way I sell my move, I can tell you a story. I would take people on a long journey, a whole story, and then be done at the end of the song. And they like, damn, he dancing, but he really just telling me a story. So that's what my ugly phase looked like.
What did your ugly phase look like, Skeeter? What was your ugly phase?
I would say that I had the character, like the character that I have when I dance was there. It just that I was too smooth. Like I didn't have any aggression to what I was doing. Like it didn't seem like I was battling. It seemed like I was performing in most cases. And then I learned like the aggression aspect of it. Like it's a contest, so I'm being more like, let me show you my skills are kind of topping your skills.
That's a wild thing for somebody to say.
Like you had to get aggressive, but you know what? Your personality ain't like you're not an aggressive dude.
Either, yeah.
So that's opposite of what you are. Like that had to be hard, right?
That's a crazy thing to say, though. To say my ugly stage was me being too smooth.
Was me being too smooth?
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
No, that's the best factor. Because if I go back, one of my like battles that I would say I would stand behind as like my mark for starting to get better would be me versus Shaka.
When was that?
Long ago. This was. I still had the short locks. My locks was like this. That was, I don't know, like what, 8 years ago?
Yeah. Wait, you talking about Shaka. Did you win that battle?
No, I lost.
But so you felt like you were coming out, although you lost, was it because that was your best performance to you to that day?
No. I felt like that was like the mark of me starting to understand the battle concept. Like at first, I would dance around the school, so I like understood dancing. I knew how to dance. I'm a good dancer, but like when it comes to turfing and actually competing, like Shaka was doing handstands at that point, you know what I'm saying? Would control and doing clean touch. I don't even like touching. I could do it, but I don't like doing it.
Right.
So it's like I just wasn't as refined and as skilled as a lot of the dancers, and I would say that was the time where it was like, okay, I see the difference. Let me start turning it up from here.
Got you.
You know, it's crazy because Shaka around that time, Shaka was training with Renee.
Yeah.
So that's how he got so polished. Yeah.
But Shaka creation.
Oh, and I don't know how I don't know how we left Shaka out of the.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, Shaka for sure.
Nay, I seen him the other day. I can't remember what battle it was. It was an outside battle. I think it was a Johnny battle or something.
That was a monster, bro.
Oh my God, Renee, bro. I'm telling you, dog.
First of all,
it looked like old school, like bro, like top of the top old school, bro.
Y'all had a nice ass battle recently that I've recently seen, bro, and I was like, it was a toss up. I think me and Dab argued about this. I said Shaka was glowing. I watched live and I said,
you talking about? I know what you're talking about.
You inched him out. I said, man, I can't even lie. Shaka was one of my favorite dancers. That's my young bull. I said, but I think Skeeter pinched him out a little bit. You know why? Because when it comes down to it, it's like sometimes you just know how to play and dance to the crowd. It reminds me of I used to dance. I'm not dancing against you, really. I'm trying to get the most fans and the most eyes. The man who has the most eyes and the most cheers is you win the most battles. You don't even have to do the best move sometimes. All you do is just spread that energy, the person to person. And I was
for real.
That was a nice battle, bro. Like y'all, I gotta do a
man.
reaction to that shit, bro.
That might hold on. That might be the battle I'm talking about. Is that the battle I'm talking about, Skeeter?
They were
The
3
one when we
rounds, right?
battled at Unknown, it was the Unknown Chambers. That was for the finals when I had won the
Oh
tournament.
no, that
Finals, yeah.
that was in the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that ain't the one. That's the one we won the bands.
Yes.
That's the crazy part too, though. And then this is before you go on, Renee, the camaraderie and the love is crazy because I think one of y'all won, and then y'all split the money with each other, right, or something like
Yeah,
that.
I split it because Dobie originally said that the prize money was 1,000, and then it was a spectator that came from the neighborhood and offered up another 1,000. So I was like, if it's 2,000 on the line, I'm already winning with what I said I was working for. So why not make sure my brother leave with the same 1,000?
You see what I'm saying, though? Like that type of that energy,
that's that
heart,
good
love.
energy, dude.
Yeah, that's how you get your karma credit up, man.
Yeah.
So
That's why brothers is in Paris. Like,
who was your first? Who was your first Who was your first W when it's like now you know like oh I'm Skeeter, bro. I'm about to be. Who was your first W? Big one. Big one.
Oh, nah. Big one?
Yeah. Not first one like, oh, I just beat somebody. We talking about the first one that made you feel like, oh, I'm here. That you felt like, now I'm here. Let's go.
Shit, probably when he lashed me, man.
He lashed you? I didn't know y'all bad.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That'll probably be my one for real.
It was Suits?
Because
hey, you can't, nah, bro. You ain't gonna get away with that one, bro. I gotta battle you now, bro. I'm saying this live. Skeeter, you can't. Don't say that on a podcast.
You gotta ride for the homie, man. Wes.
I need to.
Wes. No,
I gotta ride for the West, bro.
I gotta go back and go back and watch that. I think what happened was this
rematch, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think my last round the song cut off or something like that.
It did cut off on you.
Hey, describe this. I want to hear this now. Like, look, I'm like a little kid. I want to hear the juice. Let me get my good vibes cup. Let me get my good vibes for this one. So you got two muscles.
Oh yeah.
What year was this? Describe this to the T. Tell me, I want to see. Tell me when you woke up, what time you start brushing your teeth for this battle. I want to hear the whole day. Okay.
I don't remember.
Somebody start, Skeeter. No, okay, let's start.
Was that like 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Yeah, that was like 5-6 years ago.
So we're gonna start this off because I'll be cutting into clips. So look, we're gonna talk about when Skeeter chewed Seuss, the co-host.
The co-host, Seuss, him. That's hella funny. Yeah, it was like hella West. Damn, was it? It was probably more than that, Skeeter.
Hold on, let me look. I have to look it up.
Bro, that was last year.
No, it had to be because I think I was still with my ex at the time.
Bro, the Skeeter, describe this moment, bro. Describe the battle, bro.
No, it probably was like 6 years ago.
I'm not gonna lie. This was that was like my hardest battle. That was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Okay, yeah.
I think that was like one of my first like hardest battles, like one where I actually felt anxious. Cause before that, at WDA specifically, I had Doughboy and I had S-Dot. And compared to you, I would consider those like, you know what I'm saying, lighter competition. So
let's be
that
honest,
was like,
man. Let's be honest. Yeah. That wasn't nothing. That's like a snack compared to a main course, right?
So when it came to battling the Zeus, I was like nervous, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that was one of the times where I think when I got that cowboy hat off of bruh is when I realized that when I realized how powerful my character was. Like that's when I started really was like, oh bro, like
was this a call out
for real?
Or was it a setup?
It was set up, I think.
I can't remember. I think it was a setup though.
Right. Yeah, this was set up.
I was like, okay, this nigga moving, bro. Then he took the hat. I said, oh, this nigga lashing me, bro.
What happened with the hat, bro? This is a good clip.
He was
I took cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I took hat. I went like this from both sides and then pulled in and I took the toothpick and nigga tossed it.
Rodriguez, me,
Down,
blood.
I was having hella
Rodriguez, me, blood.
Hey, Sus, what was you thinking? Was you like, what was you thinking? Did the West come out? You was like, hold on, bro, my mind.
Oh, bro, look, bro. So look, I'm like, all right, he getting me, right? I said, I'm about to lash this nigga the next round. I'm lashing it. So I'm going and I'm feeling, I'm feeling snappy too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he was
And I
snapping
boom,
for
boom,
sure, for
boom.
sure.
I was snappy, bro. You gotta watch it. I was snappy. And then the music cuts off.
Yes.
Like in the middle of me dancing, bro. I'm like, I'm hella mad.
You said that
But
destroyed
once you in that zone and then the music go off, when you like tap it in,
They kind of
it was
throwing it
gone.
off.
Yeah, it
Throwing
threw
it
me
off.
way off.
Was it
Yeah.
was it a WGA I was at too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it took him a minute to get it back going. So at that time, I'm like, all right, I might have to just take this L.
I'm gonna cut the clip in this one. While
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking, I'm gonna put the clip at the bottom and see. I'm gonna find
Yeah.
it. I didn't know y'all battled. That's fire though, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hold on. That wasn't the last time. I think we battled 2-on-2. Him and
Yes.
Shaka got on us.
Yes.
Who was my teammate? Corn?
Corn, yes. It was supposed to be somebody else, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
I felt like it was supposed to be you and somebody else, and then Corn ended up filling the spot last minute. I can't remember though.
I think it was too. I can't remember. But yeah, man. Nah, we done had some fun out there, man. Like I love being able to come to the battle. Like I don't know if you old
I did
enough
2-on-2
to
with Shaka and somebody. It was me and Corn and Shaka and somebody, bro. Who was that at that WDA? You just reminded me of that. I gotta go look it up.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I gotta go back and look at some old clips. Nah, but what I was gonna say is what I love about, you go to these battles, but it's like you are a part of a big family of people, right? A community of people. And everybody's in that room because they have a similar interest, right? And a like mindset about getting better and being excited about seeing somebody do something that they also love, right?
Correct.
To a point where you go to a battle, you being around all these dancers, by the time the battle is over, like you still feel like dancing all night. You know what I'm saying? Just that feeling, like when you go to the movies and watch a good movie and you start thinking like you Batman and you want to do some action, like that's how that environment get me fired up. So every time I leave a battle, I'm ready to get back into the gym, in the lab, whatever. So yeah, so it's always dope running into you in those spaces, especially watching you elevate your game to being one of the top guys. So
Thank you, Bob.
yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I ain't gonna lie too. One thing that I didn't mention when it came down to like trying to understand the style of turfing, like when I was getting into it, I went back to the basics. Like I wasn't watching none of the people that was of my age. I was trying to go back on, like I was going over turfing 101 back, you know what I'm saying, when I first started trying to actually understand what it was before what it became. So I think that's like my biggest thing for me is that I always sought out the knowledge of like what was it before it became what it is now. Cause I teach at schools. Like me, Aussie, Zell, and Katana and Dopey all work for the same company, and we teach dance all throughout the Richmond district. And my biggest like frustration is because of how much I love this style. Is kind of the same conversations. I get frustrated when I hear when I say I'm a turf dancer, and the first thing they do is be like, "Oh, you could twist your arm around, or you could like."
I hate it.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's what frustrates me. So that's like been my staple of like why I try to keep it real authentic is because I don't like that connection to it. You know what I'm saying? When I first started saying I was a turfer, I used to get like Chunky.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I don't really do none of that. I like tutting, I think it's clean, but that ain't what I do. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
So I mean I think that's the hard part, bro. It's just like even when a hyphy movement came out, or hyphy ain't even, for those who's watching from a distance, The hyphy movement, hyphy doesn't mean what they say it means.
Nah, bro.
Hyphy is aggressive
Yeah.
and it's violent. But the hyphy movement, it got commercialized to a point where it's a way of life of how we move. So that's what that turned into. But I say that to say, when I go to other places and I'm like, yeah, I'm a turf dancer, and they automatically go to the bone breaks and the tucks. And not saying that you can't incorporate those things, but like
Yeah, no,
learn
for real.
learn the original style first, right?
Yeah.
Because I run into other people from other places, other states, other countries, and they, they like, yeah, man, I tuck too. I mean, I turf too, and they do this stuff. So then it makes me a little upset when we go back to the turfing community and we like, man, y'all got to learn the basics, man, because y'all misrepresenting turfing. Not saying touch and bone burst, all of that is not a part of it now, but
Yeah.
you're not even moving your feet. Like
Right.
you do one breakdown to do a bunch of tucks, right? So like learning the style and perfecting the style and then adding that shit, that makes you unstoppable, right?
That's what it was for. It was to be
That's what it was
those are
for.
additives.
icing
Those
on
are
the cake,
additives.
right?
Yeah, those are additives. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I was like way more in love with it back from the OG clips of like dudes dancing at the side shows, or like, you know what I'm saying, somebody like a clip of the old schools watching, you know what I'm saying, before
Yeah.
it got to what it became. So that's just what I try to push. Like it just looked more fun to me. You look like you having more fun moving around like that.
So
It definitely, you know what? It definitely was more fun. Like, because it was one, it's something that everybody can learn how to do, right? Like with bone breaks, everybody not gonna be that flexible, dog. Right?
Correct.
And
Everybody ain't
with
gonna
touch,
put as much dedication to get their arms that flexible.
yeah. I mean, but then with turfing, it's like, man, he hitting that shit. Like he go.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's more of like a street rugged type of style.
Mm-hmm.
But it's snappy. But it's also kind of like it's kind of like showing off your ego or something, you know what I'm saying? Or it can be whatever the case may be, that yo things you add, the way you
Yeah.
turf. But you can
Right.
tell, like back in the day, we could tell where you was from. Right? That's just like people rapping right now. You'll have a cat from East Oakland rapping. You don't know if he's from here or from Detroit. Everybody sound the same. Everything it looks the same.
yes, a lot of
You
stuff
go to if you
is
go to LA, I mean, you go to New York, then you come back out here and you go to a dance battle, you're gonna be like, what's the difference in the style?
Right.
That's just like if New York cats start doing, if they do the breakdown and the buster, technically they're turfing.
So you got a lot of technical turf dancers. So
Yeah.
Farside said this to me the other day. You got a lot of dancers who know turf moves, and you don't
Right.
have a lot of turf dancers. So that's gonna lead me into this. So how do you feel, Skeeter, when people, right, of this new generation say you can't win battles straight turf dancing? Do you feel that's an excuse and it's lazy? Because you for sure win a lot of battles and you're overseas and you just straight turf dancing. How do you feel about when people say that? Because I know you be in the pages, you see a lot of people be like,
Yeah, I just lead by example. I talk to people a lot. I talk to the newer gen, and I'm like, that's my biggest thing that I preach. The same thing that we say now. I like my phrase for it is that people use turfing as segues. Like it's just like a quick short, and then you go into your
they
next
go
set.
into the
The next set, and what was the conversation I had? Oh, so this what it was. This what it was. Dancing is a conversation. And if I'm coming with all of these sets because I'm just trying to win and I'm trying to dog you and I'm trying to kill, that's like me and you having a conversation. You say, "Hey, Ski, how you doing today?" And the first thing I respond is, "I'm trying to kill this nigga." Then you say, "That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
I see you working on it. I applaud you.
right.
But I'm thinking about going to go get some food. You
Right.
want something? I'm finna go kill this nigga." That's not a good conversation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a part of that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a part of something where we could have a call and response. You see something,
Right.
and we could keep like building off of it. And it's actually like a part, like dancing came from partying and like having fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for me when I dance, is I try to bring those feelings back. I think when I get more on some aggressive, I'm just trying to dog and just trying to win the battle and, you know what I'm saying, and get the W. And that's when I give my worst performances.
That's real. That's real. I like
I
that.
think I had that. I don't know. I've had moments like that, definitely.
Like you versus
It's,
Dopey.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about too.
I know. I see you looking off to the distance.
Because it wasn't even supposed to like that.
Yeah.
One, you already know.
Yeah, go ahead, laugh, Skeeter. I'm laughing too.
Yeah. That shit was. I was mad at
He
myself
tried to
for that
trip
shit.
this man and shit.
Yeah, I had a Boosie moment too. I was like, damn, I'm weak. I'm letting this nigga last me blood. Damn. Nah, but then it's just it's a certain level of it's a different feeling. Like I know when I'm on my shit when I'm dancing and I start laughing, right? When I'm dancing and I start laughing, I'm like, oh, I'm back. I'm back, right? Or when I'm dancing and my snap, everything is just flowing.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, I feel like M. Bison right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's that feeling. Yeah, that's where I got Militante from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. El
So
Militante.
yeah, man. So Skeeter, man, like just I love you rocking with the different characters. Corn and I, we would put together different characters. Yeah, so just keep building your catalog. The more characters you build, the more ideas you're gonna have. Because you like something reminds you of something else, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your hardest battle? I know you said Seuss was the first. We left off on your history where that was like, I'm here. So you've had many other battles, bro. Tell me, like, who was your hardest battle? What was your hardest challenge? And how did you overcome that? And did you overcome that? Did you beat that person?
I'll probably say Stuck.
That your hardest battle was Stuck?
Mm-hmm.
You Stuck is on the whole. Stuck is just he's a whole another level.
Nah, he leveled up crazy.
Crazy level up, bro. Like one of the craziest levels up I've ever seen. From that Halloween mask, that get wet outside battle to Stuck now.
When I battled him,
ridiculous shit. Yeah. So Stuck.
yeah, like since I battled him, he's raw right now.
So what was so challenging about Stuck, bro? You and Stuck.
Because to be honest, that's a big somebody that I looked up to. That's a big inspiration of mine. And still somebody that I'm inspired by, honestly. So when it came to it, it was like I not to say I knew what to expect from him, but I know the love that he got for dance and like the love that he got for competition, and he didn't like it. It wasn't an easy run. He fought for it the same way I was fighting for it, but it was like it's fun. And it's somebody I've been watching for super long, so I like understand his knowledge in battling.
That's good.
Yeah.
When was this that y'all battled?
3 years ago.
So this is fairly recent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 3 years ago.
What was the outcome? You know, I'm Boosie. I'm always gonna say who won.
Yeah. I won.
You won. But did you feel now? Okay, you won. Do you feel like how was the margin of victory? Do you feel like you was like, fuck, I almost lost, or did you feel like you confidently won?
I would say I confidently won. I didn't doubt that like when it came to the decision before they put my hand up, I felt like I had won it.
Right.
But I think what helped me win it was Stuck is a great dancer, so he relied a lot on his moves that day, and I out-charactered him.
Right.
So I think that's what carried me to the dub. But amazing guy. He's always been amazing. And I continue to learn from him today.
So
This man
I'm
is
just gonna
crazy.
call out. I want to call out some names, right? Seuss, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
Hold on, I
we
got
can go back and forth. You can think of somebody. I just want to ask you. We're gonna call some dancers names. I just want to see how you feel, if you would take W or not. Okay.
Okay.
So, we in a neutral setting, right?
Uh-huh.
It's you versus Dopey. Who's winning?
Me, because I owe Dopey some work.
You owe Dopey some work. Go ahead. So get a name. Let's give him a couple names in.
Oh, I like this. Shit, he didn't battle so many people.
Yeah.
You versus I Dummy.
I knew that was coming.
I'm fighting. I don't know who gonna win that. I'm fighting though.
Have you ever battled Dummy before?
Yes, I have. At the same tournament where I battled Stuck at. When I be Stuck. We did a 7 to smoke. I beat him one time in a 7 to smoke, and then I think he took the rest of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you need a revamp version. Okay. U and G. We all want to see this, bro. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I do want to see
People
that.
are all gonna pay. We will pay to see this shit.
I don't know. I feel like from the conversations that we be having, I probably will win just because he don't have the same aggression towards it that he used to. But if it was like him when he was like sincerely like really active,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't say who will win because I think that would be a good battle.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a fire
I
battle.
appreciate your honesty though, bro. You keeping it solid. You just
No,
see
for
you
real.
got any more? I got a couple in my head.
Let me see if we ain't battled yet. And are we talking about like right now or just in general?
Right. You just even right now, bro, because you probably gonna say
Okay.
next. I was gonna say next. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sheesh. Let me see. Who else would I want to see? I'm trying to think about different people that I think could even like get
You
on
gonna
you.
put up a good battle, right? It's hard because Skeeter's at the top of shit. So
Yeah, I would
appreciate
like
that,
to
bro.
probably. I think you battled Intricate already before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
how did that
And
I
who
go?
won
think
that?
the last battle we had, I won.
How long ago
Okay.
was it?
I
Was that
could be
recently?
mistaken. Yeah, that was recently.
Yeah, because y'all been tough.
I think we like tied up right now. Like I think we like 2-2 or something like that. We've
Oh,
been
that's cool.
battling each other at a lot of tournaments.
What about Crow?
I mean, yeah, ooh, I like that.
You battled Crow yet?
I've battled him. I
I
hate
mean, like,
battling
you
Crow.
know what I mean? Like, on it, like,
I hate battling Crow. I think Crow will win.
he said, I hate battling Crow.
I think
Bruh, he
Crow will
got
win.
too much. He got
Crow
too
got
much
so much
stuff, bro.
material, bro.
Bruh. We like I forgot to add him. He worked with us too. And that big list of people that I said
Yeah.
are
Oh,
teach
you
the
know what?
Richmond district.
When I was at World of Dance, I seen his girls perform, his students. It was
He teaches at multiple places. He ain't just
yeah.
teaching. So the company I work with is called Bay Area Creative. That was what I think Destiny Arts.
BARC.
Uh-huh.
I worked for Destiny's Arts and BARC. So when I first started teaching, back way when I was teaching at Encinal and Chipman and all that, I
Mm-hmm.
worked for Destiny's Arts when I was teaching at like Street Academy and stuff in Oakland. BARC, that's how I was teaching at Chipman and Ruby Ridges and all that. So it's funny that the turf dancers are still in there because this was like 2008. You see all the Turf 101 videos, you see all them kids in them classrooms. Those is where I was teaching from. This is a beautiful thing. Same
Okay.
shit.
Full circle.
Full
Full
circle.
circle. So,
All right,
so
I'm gonna
I
give you
got.
some. I'm gonna give you somebody. I'm gonna give you somebody off
Go
right
ahead.
now. That's not even that don't match up. You and Strobe.
I don't know. He would max me out in touch for sure. But I'm not
One
gonna
of the
flip.
best tutters in the world, bro.
Yeah, he would max me out in
Yeah.
touch for sure. But I think I'm probably on the dancing side. I'm probably beating him.
You beat him.
Yeah.
Suze, you got anybody else?
I ain't got nobody else, but I do want to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Turfn, a lot of us have our rivals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who one of your rivals was, Renee, but mine was always G.
Right.
So like me and him, it was on site battling each other like every time,
You know
dog.
what? I think me and Chef together, it was a me and Chef and Chunky and E Ninja thing for a while.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like us two and them two for a while. Like,
I ain't
I
gonna
got.
lie. If you ask, to be honest, the person I feel like I battled the most in the turf community was Intricate.
Mm. But it's just
Like
like
that.
battling. Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the only person that I've constantly had to go back and forth with.
Who else was my? I think my other rival was Rogue too.
yeah, for sure. Because I
It
got
was.
the All-Star team footage, and you and y'all niggas used to go at it. And yeah, y'all used to go at it. That used to be
Yeah.
good shit.
And now we teammates.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rogue, I forgot. We should have put him up there. Have you ever battled Rogue, Skeeter?
Oh, I
No,
know. How do we not even
How
think
did
about
we? I
that?
don't know how I forgot about him. No,
Rogue
no, we have
versus
never
Skeeter
battled
I
was
would
before.
love to
nice.
see that, bro. Rogan, you and him would for sure be a nice ass battle, bro. Cause y'all are different, but you're so similar at the
That
same
man,
time. If you get me,
that
like
man
Yeah,
vicious,
that'd be a
bro.
great battle.
that would
I
be,
found
nigga.
out I found out how vicious Rogue really was because I only watched footage up until then. But like after, I think it was the Duelist Styles when I had battled Endot. I
Yeah,
think it was like the next day I had pulled up on Squirp and the remaining dancers that was still out here, and we had like shot a video with Grim not too far from the Airbnb the dancers were staying at.
right.
And when I tell you, bro, like that was the first time I seen Rogue just being hella comfortable. Like it wasn't no battle, wasn't nothing involved. He was just dancing
That
for
boy is
him. And
nice.
Yeah, he
bruh,
nice, bro.
bruh.
Nice. So
But
wait,
Bruh.
Renee,
huh?
do you have any other specific things you want to ask him? Because I do got to get back to Oakland. I'm in Fairfield.
Oh no, yeah. Um, like, bro, so who are some people, bro, who's somebody that you haven't battled that you just like you want to just get it in with, bro? That you haven't battled and you just like, or let's say you did battle in the past and you just need that retribution, either or.
Mm, mm. I don't know, because most of the people that I want to battle ain't really dancing no more. Like
Mm,
ain't actively dancing no more. That I sincerely like want to battle. Most of the people I sincerely want to battle is like authentic turfers, like
right.
giggers. They be fucking with it.
Like,
Uh
who would you say?
Full. If I could get like Full in his prime,
In
that
the
would be
past.
like
That'd
that
be
would
cool.
be like my one. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be set after that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's my dog too, man.
All
Yeah,
right,
Full in
Yeah,
his
he.
prime. Full in
I,
his
I,
prime, I
I
would be
got
set.
I got one more because I want to leave it off on this. I got to talk to you about going overseas. So,
Hmm.
I'm gonna put the clip down. You have went overseas, right? To
Yes,
intricate, bro. So
yes.
tell the people like where did you go? What was going on? And how do you think y'all were received? Because I got mixed reviews about it, and I think I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all did
Yeah.
great, and I don't know about the energy they be giving to us as
Yeah,
turf
yeah,
fans.
yeah. So um we went to Paris. That's actually my third time going.
Mhm.
Uh Out of all three times, the first time Okami bought me, this is when I was on BA. It was in like a room full of his peers, so they kind of understood what he did. So I felt like they were kind of receptive to it because it was like, okay, I see Okami doing this all the time, and now I'm seeing like where he gets his representation from or where he gets his inspiration from.
Mhm.
So that was like a little bit of receptiveness. The second time I came, I went to Fusion Concept with Cito, and it definitely didn't feel like receptive. The only thing that we really got acknowledgement on, Cito obviously with his clean touch. For me, I had like one moment where I did like a balance, a stall, like a pistol squat, and I had did a stall in it, and I kind of controlled it for a second. So they they reciprocate your abilities, Like if it's something they can't do, then they're in awe of it. But in the form of turfing, like just turfing, not the bone breaking and touch and all of that, it's not really received.
Right.
It's not really received. It's kind of it's looked at as if I don't, as if we're, I don't. It feels like they expect us to be. I don't know. It's like we're super nonchalant or something in their eyes because everything out
They
there
think,
is like the hip hop to them is like super upbeat.
yeah,
Everybody
they're
bouncing
like that.
around super hard and like
Yeah.
working real hard. Get what I'm
Right.
saying? And for us, it's real smooth and slide and bounce
Right.
here, shimmy here, throw it there. It's not always super like up and trying to
Right.
hit every beat.
Body, pop, party.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, if you ask me, some of like the punchlines be super chim. Like I seen a lot of people doing the dead drop that they be doing in
Yeah.
the shows. Like it could be something as simple as that on a beat drop that would have the room going crazy to me.
Right.
And sometimes that'd be wild because you have somebody like me or Cito who's doing something real in depth and trying to show you different parts of the song while we dance, and y'all don't really
Right.
receive it.
Do you think it's
and
because they don't
and
know
you
much
you
about
got
our culture, right? Or what do you
Um,
think? So because you've been out there, you
I
was out
think
there lonely. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
in London.
No, I mean like
Um
you're overseas.
but
That's what I'm talking about. Because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
dope everywhere overseas.
Not you know what it is they're accustomed to seeing the Les twins.
Mm.
So they got a different style of dancing over there, where it's like do 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 do, like twitch 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 twitch
Yeah,
do do do
yeah.
do. Like we don't, you know what I mean? We more like boom, boom, like you was just saying. Um,
yeah,
yeah. So I think this just the differences within all of that. Um,
I think they understand hip hop differently. Like the way they view
yeah.
it,
I
they
mean,
just
they
got a different
Yeah.
surrounding around their head around it, and that's
yeah.
where the
Well,
disconnect is.
What about the
it's
culture?
they
If they knew the culture, you think if they understood the culture where it come from and cared to read into, look into the culture, do you think they would be more receptive? Do you think they just look at it as like a dance and say,
Oh
learn
hell no, nah.
it?
Paris. Most places overseas is a sponge to stuff that they like. If they was interested enough in it and really
yeah
went and sought it out, then I think they would definitely be able to soak it up because that's how they got hip hop and all the other dance styles that
yeah
they got.
yeah they got that just like the original like type of hip hop energy that it feel like it just spread over there like
Like
some
they still
years
wear big
ago.
jeans and shit like that. Like you,
Probably
But it's
not
not
that.
even the original. It's not even the original hip hop. It's not even the original hip hop because if you listen to their beats and the stuff that they have you dancing to at these hip hop competitions, it's like a Paris hip hop. Like it's
yeah.
not the claps, the bass snare, like all of that is like they have more than we would have in our music. It's placed in weird spots that we wouldn't normally
Oh,
place it
so
in,
their
or it
music
would.
is geared towards them, and they're saying, "Hey, take your style, dance to what we define hip hop as," and then they judge you from that.
Yeah,
Most of the time you're
that's
not
a
getting
good
the
take.
actual. Most of the time you will not get an actual hip hop track that you've heard
Like
out
a
here.
yeah, like a radio.
Yeah,
Basically, you won't get a radio song even.
negative.
There'd be some beat that some producer made and saying, "This is your culture, and you should be able to dance to this," which is
Correct.
I think we get some of the weirdness because I looked and listened to some of the beats they had y'all dancing to, and I was like, "This like this." You know what about popping? When it's popping time, they'll put on a funk track so the style can be shown in all its glory.
So
So
it could
why,
shine in
when
this
you put
month.
on a
Yeah.
turf dancer, you should put on the music just like a jooker. They put on music that they dance to, the style, the 120 and up BPM that Memphis style to. So when they
Yeah.
put y'all on, they should have put on, let y'all choose the style of music. So that also makes people understand the culture. So if you were able to dance your own music, they can understand your
Yeah,
bounce. They can
Yeah.
understand
I like that take.
how
That's
we
a good
deliver
take.
it, right?
No, that's facts.
That's
That's
a good
fact.
take.
That's fact. That's fact.
Hmm.
That's fact.
For
That
some
is a
yes or no,
fact.
that was a really good question and a good take.
That's a fact. To be honest, so on this last trip, because like I said, that was my third trip. I told you about the first two. On this third trip, we did, I would say like maybe Cito and them did more than I did. I probably missed out on like two, maybe one.
Mhm.
But we did like 4 battles, like 4 tournaments in the span of a week.
Ooh.
Damn.
When we first got out there, we got out there. The next day we got up. We had that 3-on-3 tournament. We probably took a break that day, the next day, and then the next day we had a 1v1 tournament, and I ended up winning that one. And then it was one the following day where I lost in the prelims, and Sito and Okami lost, I think in like top 16 or top 8. I could be wrong. And then it was one that we did, that one where we was on the stage where we had to dance like 11 rounds. It was 11 rounds because, yeah, so they had 12 dancers stand on numbers. It was like in a rainbow. They had numbers in a rainbow. 12 dancers had to stand down. And you would go, everybody would go one time, and then they'd knock a person off. And then everybody had to go again, and they knock a person off until it got to the last 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's boy, my
That's
legs
some
been
work for
fired.
you. That's some work.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the time I got to the second round of that, my legs would have been cooked.
Peep, and the crazy part about Sito is Sito joined both categories. He did hip hop and popping, so he had to do that for 2 sides.
Right.
Jesus.
And I think he made it to the semifinals and won like battle of the night in the popping side, and then on the hip hop side, I think we had both lost in like the semifinals.
Y'all was out there putting in that workout.
Yeah. But y'all out there, the ultimate, the beauty about it is, regardless, you're a good representation of turf dance culture, and you're overseas, and they can see finally separation. It's not like, oh, this is a person who tuts and does this and maybe could be a turf dancer. People are starting to see, like, this is a person who just turf dance all the way, and they're a high-ranking dancer, and they're a powerful dancer, bro. That's why you're so important to the culture right now, bro.
Bless.
Like, trust me, we all got
2
your
minutes.
back, bro, and we all appreciate you, bro. As you're
you're
showing it. You showed it right now that you can be yourself. You can be from the soil. You can be yourself. You don't gotta do all that other shit, bro. All you gotta do is have some belief in yourself and practice. Get through your ugly stages, right?
Yes.
Bro, and you working, bro, and the crowd loves it. You don't have to do that other stuff, bro. You literally don't, bro.
The tournament I won it doing the rock bottom. In
That's
Paris.
funny.
In Paris, I did the
something is relatable though, like that storytelling.
Yeah,
so,
and they loved it. They loved the energy that I brought to it, and that's why I was reciprocated.
Yeah, man. Well, we really appreciate you coming on here, man.
Showing
love. I'm really proud of you, man. You know, we talk off the line all the time. Yeah, man, I really appreciate hearing like the backstory. I think it's dope if you think about how you started off. Just, you know, the origin story of going somewhere to get your hair cut, or actually being a baby dancing before you were walking, holding on to things, right? Then there's the Michael Jackson and all these other dancers. And then your introduction to Turfn was to walk past it, you know, but it's just like at a glimpse. You can't even soak in the energy, right? Fast forward all of those years later, and you're in Paris, France, representing Bay Area culture.
Think about that,
for
bro.
that. For that, I'm grateful to be a part of this community because people like you, man. So thanks for coming out, man, and doing this interview with us, man.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate you. We'll probably have you back on, of course, bro, because you know you do so much, bro. But once again, people, this is Skeeter. This is special. This is one of the top dogs right now. Active.
Thank y'all, bro.
If you want to see what turf dancing is supposed to look like, he is one of the people. Definitely give him your Instagram name right now before we cut it out. Let him know.
LF_Skeeter, and the LF stands for Live Free. It looks like IF, but it's LF. Remember, Live Free Skeeter.
We love that, bro. We appreciate you, dog. For sure.
Indeed. Once again, y'all watching Turfn 101. You can follow us on Instagram. It's your boy Ronnie. I'm your boy Zeus. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, man. Turfn 101.
Yeah,
Get
we'll
active,
see y'all.
blessing.
We're gonna see y'all next week, man. We do this. We're gonna see y'all again, bro. We love y'all.
Blessings.